morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching the Breakfast Rundown on TV1. I'm Therunee Karunaratne. As always, we're coming to you live from our Newsfirst studios here in Colombo. This morning too, we're ready to bring to you details of all the top stories from both here at home and around the world. Stay tuned with us. We have all the news in detail. Now this morning's bulletin, let's start off with international news. Well, what you just witnessed was how the Israelis and Palestinians celebrated as a major hostage and prisoner exchange on Monday marked a significant step towards ending the 2 years of war in Gaza. In a crucial first phase of the US brokered plan to end the war, Hamas returned all living Israeli hostages while Israel freed almost 2,000 Palestinian prisoners and detainees. There were emotional scenes as families of the Israeli hostages screamed and cried with happiness as they embraced their freed loved ones. And for the Palestinians who were freed from Israeli jails, crowds waving flags greeted them joyfully as they arrived on buses in Gaza and the occupied West Bank.
After 2 harrowing years in darkness and captivity, 20 courageous hostages are returning to the glorious embrace of their families, and it is glorious. 28 more precious loved ones are coming home at last to rest in this sacred soil for all of time. And after so many years of unceasing war and endless danger, today the skies are calm, the guns are silent, the sirens are still, and the sun rises on a holy land that is finally at peace, a land and a region that will live, God willing, in peace for all eternity. This is not only the end of a war, this is the end of an age of terror and death and the beginning of the age of faith and hope and of God. It's the start of a grand concord and lasting harmony for Israel and all the nations of what will soon be a truly magnificent region. I believe that so strongly.
Well, that was US President Donald Trump addressing Israel's parliament, the Knesset, and declaring a historic dawn in a new Middle East, as he said. Now, US President Donald Trump later flew on to a summit in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, to meet more than 20 leaders for talks on their phases of this Gaza peace plan. The other leaders of Egypt, Qatar, Turkey and the US released a joint statement backing the Gaza ceasefire deal and committing to enduring peace in the region. The statement released yesterday is a rare acknowledgement by the Trump administration that Palestinians and Israelis deserve equal rights. The proclamation does not also point the finger at Palestinians as the cause for the conflict in the way that successive US administrations have. Notably, it reframes the struggle in Gaza as part of the broader Palestinian question. The Trump administration has previously avoided even describing the residents of Gaza as Palestinians. However, the statement does not explicitly acknowledge Palestinians' right to statehood and self-determination. It was signed by Trump, Qatari Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan and Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. Palestine and Israel were not part of the proclamation despite being its subject matter. Trump has hailed the deal as not just the end of the war in Gaza, but a new beginning for the entire Middle East and an opportunity to build a region that is strong, stable and prosperous. Now in Egypt, Trump was all smiles in the company of Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi and more than 20 other leaders from around the world.
3,000 years to get to this point. Can you believe it? And it's going to hold up too. It's going to hold up. I just want to thank everybody, and I'll see you in a little while. And in particular, thank you all. Thank you, Tamim, Mr. General. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Great job. Great job. Thank you very much, everybody.
And after the ceremony, President al-Sisi awarded Trump the Order of the Nile, a necklace made of pure gold considered to be Egypt's highest honor. The Egyptian president called the day a historic milestone that ends an agonizing chapter. Among the many world leaders at the summit who stood for a photo opportunity with Trump was the Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas, who less than a week ago was blocked by the US from attending the UN General Assembly in New York. Although the first phase of the ceasefire agreement has been enacted, there is a lingering question over what role the Palestinian Authority might eventually play in Gaza. Trump said the second phase of the negotiations on a peace agreement are currently underway. Now, for over 2 years, the Israel-Gaza conflict has claimed over 67,000 lives. During the period of war, Hamas has held a number of living hostages. According to the terms of a recently reached ceasefire deal, initially 7 hostages were handed over to the Red Cross. Subsequently, another 13 were released. That makes a total of 20 living hostages released so far. These freed hostages have now arrived in Israel and been reunited with their family members. The Israeli Ministry of Foreign Affairs further published the names of those who were released alive as part of this process. In addition to those released alive, 13 names of previously captive prisoners freed from Gaza have also been made public by Israel. With that, let's move on to local news this morning. The Public Utilities Commission of Sri Lanka is set to announce its final decision on the proposed revision of electricity tariffs this morning. PUCSL Director of Communications, Jayannath Herath, stated that the Ceylon Electricity Board has requested a 6.8% increase in electricity tariffs. He further noted that the Commission has reviewed the CEB's proposal and that a final decision regarding this tariff adjustment will be officially announced today. Meanwhile, a total of 2,110 bullets have been recovered so far during search operations conducted near the Moragahakanda Reservoir observation point. During yesterday's operation alone, authorities recovered 860 T-56 bullets, 4 anti-aircraft rounds and 93 rounds used for heavy weapons. Earlier operations had uncovered 1,163 bullets, including 895 T-56 rounds, 116 rounds of 71mm type and 10 rounds of 41mm type. Search operations in the vicinity of the Moragahakanda Reservoir observation point are continuing. And in more local news, the Colombo High Court yesterday ordered that 4 cases filed against former Deputy Minister Sarana Gunavarthana by the Commission to investigate allegations of bribery or corruption be taken up for trial. The cases were filed over allegations that Gunavarthana, while serving as the chairman of the National Lotteries Board in 2006, had caused a financial loss to the government by obtaining vehicles on a rental basis. The cases were called following a motion filed by Gunavarthana's attorney seeking the possibility of concluding the cases through a guilty plea. However, when the cases were taken up in court, the defense informed that the accused had decided to withdraw his request to plead guilty. Accordingly, the defense counsel requested that the new dates be set for the continuation of the trials. The court then ordered that the cases be called up again on the 19th and 25th of November for further hearing. On to weather forecast today. The Met Department says that showers or thunder showers will occur in the sea areas of the coast extending from Kankasanture to Pothuvel via Putlam, Colombo, Galle and Hambantota. Showers or thunder showers may occur at a few places in the other sea areas around the island during the evening or night. Winds will be southwesterly or variable, and the wind speed will be 20 to 30 kilometers per hour. The sea areas around the island can be slight as well. Temporarily strong gusty winds and very rough seas can be expected during the thunder showers. Now, meanwhile, landslide warnings have been issued for several areas in 7 districts following the prevailing heavy rainfall across the country. Senior geologist of the National Building Research Organization, Vasanta Senadira, urged the public to remain vigilant and take necessary safety precautions in response to these warnings. The Ceylon Teachers Union has warned that implementing education reforms without proper study or evaluation could cause serious harm to school children. A group of union officials called on the Mahanayakatheros yesterday to raise awareness about the potential negative impact of the proposed education reforms expected to be introduced in the near future. Coming up next is sports news for this morning. And in sports, it's cricket. The 2025 ICC Women's Cricket World Cup match between Sri Lanka and New Zealand will be played today at the R. Premadasa International Cricket Stadium in Colombo. The match is scheduled to begin at 3 p.m. today. Meanwhile, in another fixture of the tournament, South Africa defeated Bangladesh by 3 wickets in the 14th match held in Visakhapatnam, India. Winning the toss, Bangladesh captain Nigar Sultana chose to bat first. Accordingly, Fargana Haq and Rubia Haider opened the innings for Bangladesh, putting up a 53-run stand for the first wicket. Rubia Haider scored 25 runs, while Fargana Haq made 30 runs. The third wicket partnership between Shamir Akhtar and Nigar Sultana added 77 runs to the total. Captain Nigar Sultana scored 32 runs, while Shamin Akhtar registered her 9th half-century in one-day internationals. Shona Akhtar, meanwhile, achieved her maiden ODI half-century. Batting first, the Bangladesh women's team reached a total of 232 runs for the loss of 6 wickets in their allotted 50 overs. In reply, South Africa began their innings with captain Laura Woolwart and Tasmin Brits at the crease. However, their first wicket partnership was limited to just 3 runs, with Tasmin Brits dismissed without scoring. South Africa then lost their first 5 wickets for 78 runs, facing early trouble in the chase. Marizanne Kapp and Chloe Tryon then built the innings with a crucial 85-run stand for the 6th wicket, helping stabilize South Africa's position. Marizanne Kapp went on to score her 16th ODI half-century, while Chloe Tryon reached her 14th ODI half-century, top scoring her side with 62 runs. Later, Masbata Klaas joined Nadine de Klerk at the crease, and together they guided South Africa to victory. The South Africa women's team won the match by 3 wickets, reaching 233 for 7 in 49.3 overs. All matches of the 2025 ICC Women's Cricket World Cup being held in Sri Lanka can be watched free of charge by the public. The MTV-MBC Media Network holds the official local broadcasting rights for the tournament. All matches can be watched live on TV1 and online via www.sirisatv.lk. Well, that's a wrap of this morning's edition of the Breakfast Rundown on TV1. I'm Therunee Karunaratne. Thank you for joining us this morning. Do join us tomorrow as well, same time, same place, for more of the very latest from here at home and around the world. Take care. Have a wonderful day ahead.